Hey everybody, welcome back to Align with Ali. I'm here to bring you a quick and gentle Pilates chair workout. You will not need any equipment for this class, and remember to only do what feels comfortable for you and your body. We're going to start bringing your arms across the chest, as long as that feels okay for you and your shoulders. We're just going to start by rounding your spine. Then you're going to reach your chest up to the ceiling, doing a cat-cow motion, rounding like a ball, and then arching up, reaching the chest to the ceiling, and just going into a motion that feels comfortable for you. And rounding. And inhale one direction, and exhale to the other. If one direction doesn't feel good for you, you can limit that motion. Allowing our spine to move as we feel we can. And then back to center. You're going to take those arms across the chest again, getting heavy on each hip. You're just rotating side to side. Only going as far to the side as you can keep your lower body still. Just going at a nice slow pace. Again, keeping those hips heavy. Breathing. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Do one more each direction. And then we'll come back to center. Hands can stay here or they can come on to the top of your head. Whatever feels better. If you have shoulder problems, you can just keep them down here. We're going to go into a side bend, so you're going up and over, making sure that both hips stay equally weighted. Back to center, and then up and over. So as I reach up and over to my left, I want to make sure that my right hip is staying grounded into that chair and not just lifting up. So you're reaching up and over, letting the body curve, letting the opposite side stretch. Using that side of the body to bring you back up. So I tip to the left and then use the right side of my body to bring me back up to sitting. I inhale over, exhale, sit tall. Inhale over, exhale, sit tall. Pulling in those abdominals each way and with each lift. We'll do one more each side. Going at your own pace. And then hands can come down beside you. We're just going to start to roll those shoulders back. Opening that chest, squeezing the shoulder blades as we roll them back. And then reversing, bringing those shoulders forward. Still feeling the chest open and feeling those shoulder blades squeeze. One last roll. And then you can drop those arms. I'm just going to scoot forward so my feet are a little bit more flat on the ground. You're going to bring our arms up to shoulder level, soften the elbows. We bring those fingertips apart. We bring them back together. Now, if you can't bring your shoulders as high, you can just drop them down and just move those hands in and out. Your goal is to try and keep those arms lifted. Good. Now, as you're sitting here, I want you to think about your abdominals. I want you to think about sitting tall and being weighted on those hips. Still keeping those ribs in line with pelvis, and you're not reaching that chest out as you move those arms in and out. Your shoulders should start to burn shortly. Good job. Now you're going to bring those arms out, reach the elbows long, and you're going up and down. Good. Got 10 more. 9, 8, 7. Feel the burn. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. Tap the shoulders. We're doing 20. Breathe through it. The abdominals on. Last 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. You're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. You can shake those arms out. That was a good shoulder burn. We'll give those shoulders a rest next. Good. You're going to be sitting with your hips weighted equally. You're pulling those abdominals in and wide. Hands can start by your side if you need it. We're just going to go into a leg lift. So seated hip flexion. Really cueing in through those lower abdominals all the way up to the rib cage as we lift a leg up. You could also do this on a stability ball, but that just requires a lot more balance. And if you don't feel like you have that balance or core strength, I wouldn't suggest doing that because you might fall off. So starting with a comfortable chair, keeping up your breath, making sure the other foot is planted before you switch. Keeping the abdominals in and wide. You can continue here, or you can begin to reach the opposite arm up and down, up and down. Again, trying to stay weighted equally through each hip. Now, if this feels too easy, you are welcome to add those ankle weights. You can add a weight in your hand. And you're going to reach and hold. Can you reach that leg long? Bend it and down. Whether you lift your arm or not, you're going to reach that leg in and down. So just adding a layer here. Now, if lifting and reaching isn't comfortable, what you can do is just kick that leg out. And that's how you can modify that. Otherwise, you're lifting the hip, reaching the knee, bending the knee, and down. Still pulling those abdominals in. Beautiful. You're keeping up your breath. I do 4 more total, 2 more each side. Last one each side. Beautiful. Now you're going to bring your hand, our glute muscles, so starting with your feet hip width apart and on the ground, we're going to bring one leg out and then the other leg out, and then in and in, out and out, in and in. And again, you could always add a band around your knees if you wanted to make this harder, but you'll get plenty of a workout like this as well. You're keeping your ribs drawn in, and you're staying heavy on your hips as you bring your legs in and out. Keeping up your breath. Good. Now you only go out as far as you feel comfortable, so your hip range of motion will be limited compared to someone else's. And then you're going to lead with your other leg. And in, out, in, Hopefully you're starting to feel your hips working a little bit. You got 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Bring those feet in. We're gonna go into the ankle a little bit next. Heel tap, toe tap. Tap each heel, and then each toe. And making sure that all of your toes make it onto the floor. Heavy through your big toe, heavy through your pinky toe. Feeling this burn in the front of the ankle and hopefully at the back. Breathing, still pulling the abdominals in, staying equally heavy through those hips. Now if you started leading with one foot, you're going to switch. Good. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then feet can come flat on the floor. We're going to get into a bit of a glute stretch now, so if you can take your left foot over your right knee, and if this is enough, that's fine. If you can reach forward into a stretch. Your other option too is if you can't get your leg up yourself, you can hook something around your ankle and pull it up, and just hold it where it feels comfortable. Just feeling a stretch through that hip on the left side. And then you'll let that leg come back to the ground and you'll switch sides. Feeling that stretch on the right side. And you'll sit up tall, you're taking your hands to your thighs and you're just slowly reaching your hands down until you can touch your ankles or your toes, or even if you're just touching your knees. You can either hold this stretch or you can come up and then back down into it 10 times. Whatever feels better. Just make sure your feet are planted so that you don't tip forward onto the floor. So again, you might only be able to bring your forearms to your knees, and that's okay. If bending forward doesn't feel good, you can just go into some pelvic tilts where you tip that tailbone and curl that tailbone. Or again, you can just rest here. We're going to finish off with a couple more movements before you can head off onto your day. You're going to bring your arms to the side. One hand comes to the chair. You're reaching up and over. Reaching through those fingertips. And then you're sitting up and you're switching. And then we're going to come to our neck. Just looking up and then down, just going as far as you feel comfortable. And then back to center, looking over your left shoulder, and then right, back to left, making sure your body stays square in front of you, don't rotate through your back. And then back to center, ear comes to shoulder. And switch. And other side. Last one. And you're all done. Thank you for joining me for a very quick and gentle Pilates chair workout. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos.